Sciatica is a pain in the butt. But stick with me and we'll do some self-massage and see if we can't relieve some of that pain. Now remember, if you're dealing with sciatica, this is a nerve impingement. You want to go really easy. There's no like digging in here. This is all gentle massage, listening to your body, taking it slow. So we're going to start with just the lower back. So we're going to start with some just general massage. I'm just making circles with my fingers. Make sure you're not slouching, you're sitting up tall. Just warming up the tissue here. It's also sort of an exploration. You could feel any tender points, spots that need some attention. And then from there, I'm just going to take a soft fist on either side of the spine. Hook the tissue. So I'm right under the last rib here, right under the rib cage. And the trajectory is down towards the floor. However, I'm not pushing. I'm just leaning my hands in and letting gravity take me. So that's myofascial release of the low back. Take deep breaths here. Exhale, relaxing more on the exhale, releasing more tension on the exhale. And just be patient. As the tissue releases, the hands start to move down. Let it do its thing. It should feel nice. Deep breaths. You're going to go all the way down to the sacrum, that big flat bone, triangular shaped at the base of your spine. And you can even go up on the sacrum. That feels really good too. We have a lot of tension there usually. And now you can do the same stroke, or if you want to have a little bit more specificity, just feel your spine, take your thumbs, feel where your spine is, go on either sides, and again, pressing in and down, downward pressure. You can use your thumbs for this, or you can use your fingers. I'm finding my spine either side, and I'm using 4 fingers on each hand to do that if your thumbs bother you, or whichever is more comfortable. I know it's not the easiest thing to massage your own back, but but we'll try. And again, just breathing and letting the tissue take you. Remember, if anything is uncomfortable, lighten up. Gentle work here. And again, down to the sacrum. And now while we're at the sacrum, let's just do some nice circular massage. Usually you can use a stronger pressure here and it feels nice. You can try it. Obviously, if it's too much, lighten it back up. You can find a point that feels good or one that feels a little tender and just hold it and breathe. And when you've exhaled out all the tension, you can continue. And now we can try one with a little active movement. So again, under the rib cage, we're going to do a stroke down towards the floor, but this time engage the tissue, sort of let the arms drop with gravity, and you can flex your spine, rounding it forward just a little, and extend just a little. If you get any sciatica symptoms with this, stop the movement. Don't do it. And I'm doing it very little, very, very little movement. You can also play with lateral flexion. One side, the other side. So one side is compressing while the other is lengthening, and then the opposite. Just play with it and see what feels good. What works in your body. Especially with sciatica, it's just not the same for everyone. Everyone has, there are many root causes of it, and people get symptoms in different places and different types. So you have to find what works for you. I'm doing a little bit of movement, even on the sacrum. And I think that's enough because your arms are probably tired. That's not easy to do. So come on back around, and you're going to make a figure 4 with your legs. Again, only if it does not perpetuate the symptoms or make anything worse or make anything hurt. Okay, if you can comfortably make a figure 4, crossing one leg over the other, then that's what we'll do. If not, you can keep massaging your back, or you could do this without crossing the legs. We're going down on the forearm, and then we're going to roll on the hip of the leg that's crossing. We're rolling on it, and you can go all different ways, and we're basically just using the floor and our body weight to massage the hip. Be careful you don't go right on the nerve. Maybe stay closer to the sacrum or a little closer to the greater trochanter, which is that big bone on the outside. It has a lot of attachments that can be pretty tender, so just find what feels good. If you find a tender point like I just did, you can hold it there and breathe. And then continue your exploration. This one feels really good. If you're on a hard surface of floor, something like that is too hard for you or too much, put down a yoga mat or move on to a carpeted floor, something that can give you a little bit more of a cushion. And then we can switch and do the other side. You can if you want to. Otherwise, you can just keep working on the side with the sciatica. Hopefully you don't have it on both sides. Can't imagine that would be any fun. And again, rolling it out. I like to do both hips just because why not? And then you could feel a little more even when you're done with your massage. Rolling, you can get creative. Use that other foot to guide you so you can press into the floor to create more movement. Go in circles. This one's really good. Again, you find a tender point, hang out, relax, just let your whole body relax. And take some deep breaths. So nice. Roll it out just a little more. Again, avoiding anything that does not feel good, and certainly avoiding anything that causes symptoms. And when your hips are nice and loose, Come lie down with me. And again, we're going to do that figure 4 as a stretch, and of course, only if it feels okay. So you can do this, crossing one leg over. If it feels okay and you feel a nice stretch, just hang out there. If you would like more stretch or you're not really feeling anything here, you can grasp behind the thigh and gently pull the knee towards you. This stretches your piriformis muscle. Flex your feet because that will protect the knees, and just breathe into that wonderful stretch. You should feel a stretch in the hip over here. Again, if it's causing symptoms, come out of it right away. And if that's all feeling okay, keep your legs crossed. Cross it over some more, and then if you don't bump into your couch, you can let your legs fall to the side and turn and let out the opposite arm, turn to face the opposite direction. Keep that shoulder blade down on the floor, that's important, and just have a nice twist through the hip and the whole spine. Breathe into it, it's lovely. Press your arms into the floor to bring it back up. And then you can do a nice little hamstring stretch, again, only if it feels okay. Straightening the leg and then grabbing wherever you can. If you can grab here or your calf or maybe even your toes, if you're very flexible, and just give that a nice stretch. Breathe into it. You can flex your foot for more stretch. That will increase the stretch. That's a good one. Always coming out of stretches very slowly. You can let that down, and then we can switch to the other side. So your figure 4, flex the foot, stay here if this is a happy place, or grasp behind the thigh and bring the knee towards the chest. Enjoy that. So good. Deep breaths into it, and the exhales, you can relieve any tension. Just visualize it oozing out. And then we cross over some more and just bend the knees, bringing them to the side. And you can bring your arm out and look in the opposite direction. Again, keeping that shoulder blade on the floor. Deep breath into your spinal twist. Press into the floor to slowly come on up. And we'll give this hamstring a stretch. So flex the feet for an extra intense stretch, but always feeling good. Grab behind where you can, straighten the knee, and breathe. Should feel gentle and good. Gently bring that leg down, rolling on over to your side, using your upper arm to help push your way up, and hopefully you are feeling a bit better. Core strengthening is essential for treating sciatica, so physical therapy is really good for that. Combine it with massage, gentle stretching, and I think you'll be well on your way. If you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you're the first to know when I put out a new video, and comment below. Let me know how this worked for you. I'll see you soon.